Hey, Squall! It's Irvine. I messed up big time and forgot that the graduation ball is tonight. I don't have anything ready. Ugh! Selfie is gonna kill me. Do you have anything I can borrow? I'll take anything.
I'm in the same boat as you. I spent all night training with Zell and I slept through the photo session that Renoa scheduled for us. She's not happy.
You gotta have something. Anything, please. I'm desperate.
Okay, calm down. I've got an extra citizen watch I found in Dalit after our last field exam. Seems pretty fancy. You can have it.
Thanks. Squall, you're a lifesaver.
Citizen makes good luxury watches. Luxury is a tricky term in the community because it's usually tied to a certain price tier. But even then it gets finicky because there are so many variables that are all subjective and relative to different circumstances. And then it mutates into this endless debate between smooth-brained incels and idiots arguing over things that don't matter. So, for the sake of simplicity and my sanity, the definition of luxury on this channel is the watch is well made and it looks nice. If it has those qualities, then it's a luxury watch, and I don't give a single fuck if the community disagrees with me. So going back to my original point, Citizen makes good luxury watches. I think these two are perfect examples of how the brand often punches well above its weight. Don't get me wrong, at around $350 street price, they're still fairly expensive. But if you degenerates are happy with a $1,000 watch powered by a Sellita SW200, then logic dictates that these watches run circles around anything from the mainstream Swiss industry. I'm picking on Switzerland, but don't worry, Seiko ain't in the clear either. These watches spank the piss out of that brand too. And look, I'm not trying to be a hater. If you know me, you know I'm all about Seiko and all the other basic bitch Swiss watch brands out there. I'm simply trying to make a point that I'm impressed with these models. There are several design elements drawn from different sources that really make it a great value stylistically. Straight off the rip, there's a Rolex-inspired frame and bracelet. The 4 o'clock crown gives off classic Seiko 5 vibes, and the guilloche dial is that final gut punch of quality that would almost seem like hot horology. It seems like a lot, but I don't find that any of these design elements clash with one another. I think they work very well, and the sporty case and accessible price tag means I can enjoy all of these good things out in the real world with abandon. There's a few color options, and I went with the classic black and then also the green two-tone. I'm a sucker for boring, so black was an obvious choice, but the green was too nice to pass up. As proven by the Seiko Alpinist, green and gold is a winning combination, and Citizen knocked it out of the park here. On any given day, these colors pair well, but the guilloche background adds a level of depth that really make it pop. For the day-to-day, these watches are perfect at home, at work, at the gym, on the road, anywhere. They're fancy enough to be fancy, but still reserved and tasteful. To me, they're perfectly sized. The dimensions are good, but more importantly, the proportions are good. Even though a 40mm dial, in theory, would seem like a larger size for a dressier watch, it wears smaller because proportionately the watch is quite slim. To be fair, I've got some more leeway with larger watches because I've got over 8-inch wrists, so good luck to the rest of you in the small wrist gang. These are powered by 8000 series Miyota movements. Not the best, but good enough. Like most watches these days, as long as you set them and use them properly, they will tell time accurately until the wheels fall off. And while the 8310 is a base level movement, it certainly is a beautiful one. The presentation here is top tier and really adds another layer to the enjoyment factor. The only beef I have with the movement is winding it, and that's actually not because of the movement itself and all to do with the crown. This tiny piece of shit crown is quite annoying to operate if you have sausage fingers, but I will allow it as it's an unavoidable consequence of having a sleek and sporty look. Do we hate the Cyclops? No, we do not. Beta male watch reviewers on YouTube and mouth breathers on internet forums have echoed the Cyclops hate narrative for too long, but it ends here. Date Cyclops are awesome. They come from a time when gas was a quarter and safety was optional, and no matter what anyone tells you, it adds character in a good way. Like I said before, the bracelet is pure classic Rolex, and that's fine. It worked for Rolex, and it works here. The butterfly clasp is less than ideal for my preferences, but I'm mostly impartial. It works, and I don't hate it. Interpret that however you like. There's no way around it. This watch fucks, and Citizen knocked it out of the park. Look, I've been there and done that in the watch world. I've experienced the highest highs and the degenerate lows, and I've come to the conclusion that 1. Quality is at every price tier, and 2. Price does not guarantee a top-tier, high-quality wrist-wearing experience. Just because a watch is a few $1,000s doesn't mean it's good, and just because a watch is readily accessible doesn't mean it's not superior. These watches are superior options and offer every bit of luxury and utility one would expect from an expensive watch. I'm not saying that expensive watches aren't enjoyable, they most definitely are. But so are these. These are awesome. That is all. Stay classy. I sure as hell won't.